I am going to give a little information about grounding. As I mentioned, this station is moving very soon, this weekend. So next week, we're going to be broadcasting from a totally different place on Oak. It's going to be very weird. And moving is very stressful. For those of you who've moved several times or even once in your life, right? That's a stressful thing. Of course, there's a lot of other stressful things that can make us feel ungrounded. So I'm just going to talk about some things that can help us ground our energy more. Before I go into this, I say it every week. I am not a psychologist. I am not a mental health professional. So this is not mental health advice. I'm actually a registered dietitian nutritionist. None of this is nutrition advice, okay? Maybe one of these days on the show I'll talk about it, but I do Reiki practitioner. I'm a Reiki practitioner. I actually don't do this on people anymore, but I learned a lot about energy. And yeah, it's a little woo-woo. So for those of you out there who are not into that, maybe keep an open mind, because I can be a little bit cynical sometimes myself. And just learning about energy in general, the energy that connects us all, the energy that connects us to the planet, has been a really positive aspect of my life for the last 5 years. Or actually, when did I start getting into this? 2018? Actually, that's a lot longer than 5 years. We're already in 2026. So 8 years? Wow. Yeah, 8 years. So anyway, as I said before, I had a podcast and I would interview guests, which I will be doing here soon too. I have some guests lined up. But I also would release some solo podcasts, just talking about little things that have helped me. As I said, sometimes nutritional stuff, but oftentimes just stuff about energy and emotions and things like this. Today we're going to talk about grounding. So since we're moving, the station is moving, we might be going through some stress in our life. It's a good time to take a deep breath in and exhale. Let go of all of the stress of the week, any toxicity, anything that bothered you. Try to keep good memories of the week. Let go of anything that upset you. And now we'll talk about grounding. What is grounding? Grounding is anchoring your energy to the earth. And what that does is increase your stability. So think about times when you're moving or times when there's change in your life. Some of us have a lot of change in our lives. Some of us are getting new jobs, doing new things. Things are shifting. Anything like that, you're going to want some stability, right? So grounding helps increase stability when you're feeling unstable. It gives you a feeling of safety and balance, and it calms your nervous system, so it reduces your stress. And there is a quote that says, being grounded is the key to life. I don't know who wrote that, and I don't even know if it's a quote, but I read this somewhere, so I thought that was nice. Being grounded is the key to life. However, staying grounded might be the biggest challenge of your life. And I relate to that because, boy, yeah, that is challenging. So how do you know if you are ungrounded, if you're not grounded? What are some ways to know? It's really important to kind of realize this first. So what are some common ways to tell? Well, one of the ways will be feeling anxious. And if you're someone who's usually anxious, you might never be grounded, or you could be grounded and just have anxiety. But if you are not usually an anxious person and you're feeling especially anxious and you haven't just drunk a bunch of coffee or something, that could be a sign. Feeling nervous more than usual and just feeling like brain foggy, like you're very scattered and you're very in your head. You're not in your body. You're just in your head. Thoughts are racing. It's just your mind is moving a million miles a minute. That's some ways to know that you're not really grounded. If you're rushing around a lot, forgetting things, it's a big one, something I do, and bumping into things even, losing your spatial awareness, and forgetting to take care of yourself. That's a big one. If you're neglecting self-care, that's a big sign that it's time to breathe and ground yourself. And what are some ways to do that? One way you can do that is by visualizing roots. And you've probably heard this before, and yes, I'm bringing up trees. I know that's, poor trees in the town, but I'm not going to talk about that. Trees. So when you are trying to ground yourself, you can visualize roots literally growing out of your feet. And if that kind of seems weird to you, because it does sound a little bit weird if you're just thinking about that, right? You can also just imagine light coming down through your feet. So whatever works for you. And think of it coming through the soles of your feet. And think about it going, those roots or that light or whatever you want to call it, going all the way down to the core of the earth, way, way, way down. And this strengthens your connection to the planet, so it can help you feel grounded. And this is in an energetic point of view. So you can also even imagine the roots spiraling and really, really connecting you down there, all the way down to that core. And imagine the divine light of the earth coming back up through those roots into your body. And just see how, if you really visualize this, you're really going to feel better. And just inhale and exhale. Let go of unhealthy energies, toxicities, anything that's bothered you. Let those go down into the earth, and then breathe in the light, the divine light of the earth, up through those roots into your body. And if you do this, you might find that it helps you. It's already helping me right now because I didn't sleep, so I'm a little ungrounded today, and I'm operating off caffeine. So I just did that visualization while I said it, and I already feel a little bit better. Another thing to do if you're in your head a lot is to really think about your body, right? If we're in our head a lot, we're scattered, we can't do things. We're not going to be able to work efficiently, create things, just basically just do anything. Life's just going to be a struggle. So visualize things about your body or think about your body. Get back into your body. If you're sitting in a chair, feel the weight of your body in the chair. Oh, wow. That's honestly, if we're in our head, we can really forget about that. Feel the sensation of your feet on the ground or wherever they are. Do this a few times. This can bring your scattered energy back into your body. If you're on social media a lot, you're feeling like you're getting into comparisons, or if you're just getting upset, try to remind yourself what's real. Even just touching a wall, it sounds so silly, but it helps. Think about your body. Think about physical sensations, the feeling of cold air on your skin, or if it's hot. Those things can get you back grounded into your body and a little bit out of your head. And another thing I mentioned last week is walking barefoot on the earth. It's called earthing. And if you live in Laguna Beach and you're listening, we are so blessed that we have the beautiful beaches here. So go and take a walk whenever you have the time, and barefoot on the sand, even for a few minutes. And that's going to really just help you connect with the earth, connecting to your body, breathing in and out. You can do this in walking on grass. You can do this on dirt even. And if you don't have access to any of that, you can even get a pot. It's going to sound silly. You can get a pot and put a bunch of dirt in it and stand on it. I wouldn't recommend doing this on asphalt. And also be careful of glass, insects, bees. I stepped on a bee once at the beach and it really hurt. And just be careful when you're doing this, but really it helps. Another thing you can do is to create a safe and very comfortable home environment. Now, if you're moving, as we are doing here, not too easy to do that when you're between two places, right? If you're in the process of a move, it might not be too easy to do that. But if you're going through other things in your life where you're feeling really scattered, there's just a lot going on, try to create a small space in your home, in the room you're renting, wherever you are, just for you, and that is safe and comfortable, that you can retreat to, you can go to when you really are just feeling, oh my gosh, things are just too crazy. You can go to that safe and comfortable home environment. You have a home base to go to. And lastly, get enough sleep. And that's advice to myself because I certainly did not get enough sleep last night. So yeah, sleep is really going to help. So I hope that helped you. Again, that is about grounding. And that's just a little energetic tips. There's, of course, other things that can help you, but we're not talking about that today.